Hi everybody, it's Anthony Morrison and welcome to this week's edition of the weekly blog. So this is kind of new, a little bit different. I'm filming in my living room at my house. I just thought I'd do something different this week since this is the first weekly blog in a couple of weeks because we did the webinar. If you look behind me, you're probably seeing this painting here, or this artwork. This was actually a gift to me from my sister for Christmas last year, and it was quite a surprise. I mean, everybody that comes to my house always compliments it. They always think it's really nice, and I had no clue that she even knew how to do something like that. So it was kind of unique and different, right? Real excited about it. So hopefully you like it. Leave me some comments below. Let me know what you think. But I have a couple of things that I want to talk to you about this week on the weekly blog. Okay, so two things we're going to go over. Number one, the webinar was a total success. So many people logged on. I think we ended up having almost 15,000 people that logged on to the webinar, and all the reviews and feedback I've been getting are just totally amazing, very positive. Everybody loves what they learned, and I'm so excited about it. I apologize to those of you that got on right on time and the server crashed. You know, it's kind of like I always tell you right here on the weekly blog. I'm like, look, you can't be deterred by a couple of bumps in the road or by a couple of times when you run into some things where you realize you've made a mistake and you haven't planned properly. That's exactly what happened to me. I mean, first time doing a webinar, too many people got on and it crashed. And I learned from it. So the next time I do a webinar, it won't crash. So I apologize if you had to wait 45 minutes or so to get on, but I am glad that I did the webinar. I'm glad that so many of you were engaged and you got on it. As you know, I gave away $5,000 and my iPad, and we'll tell you a little bit more information on that in a second. But this week, two things to talk about. Number one, I brought back a couple of gifts that I want to give away right here on the weekly blog from my vacation in Cabo. Last year I went to Cancun. I brought back a little something for you, and this year I brought back two things actually. Number one is this little palm tree. It's really cool because it says Cabo 2011, and it's really hard to find things that you can bring back that aren't going to break, right? So this probably looks like it would break, but actually these little leaves, they come out pretty easily, and so it's really cool. I got one for myself, and then I got one to give away on the blog. And then I also got this, this notebook. See, they come out. I got this notebook. And I think that the notebook is really cool. It's handmade, right, in Mexico. And I just thought it was really cool because, you know, there's so many times that I talk about on the weekly blog, have a notebook, plan things, write things out. And then I saw this notebook and I thought, wow, man, this is really cool. So I picked this up. And what I'm going to do is next week, I'm going to announce who wins the notebook as well as the palm tree. So you're probably wondering why and how. Well, the reason why I did it is real simple. My theory is if you have one of these two gifts, right, and they're sitting on your desk or they're sitting in your house, they're going to do one of two things. Either they're going to inspire you to work for your success and to not forget what your goals are because it reminds you of me and my program and all this stuff, or it's going to remind you of a vacation in Mexico, a vacation in Cabo, and maybe that's something that really motivates you to be able to take your family on this big, nice vacation, right? And every time you walk by the little palm tree or you walk by your little notebook, you're reminded of the fact that you can have success on the internet. You have to work hard for it. You have to stay positive, and you have to always be reaching for new successes every single day. So that's why I do this, and I'm thrilled to give it away next week. Here's how you can win it. All I want you to do is answer this question for me. So you can see right below the video, you can leave a comment. All I want to know is if I do another webinar in August, probably late August, if I do another webinar in late August, it's completely free. There's nothing for sale on the webinar. Nothing for sale. It is a solid hour of training on CPV marketing as well as email marketing. Would you attend? That's all I want to know. Would you attend a completely free webinar, nothing for sale on it, in August, if I put in the time and effort to build the webinar, build the presentation, and teach you more about CPV marketing as well as email marketing? So if you'd like a chance to win one of these two gifts that I brought back from Cabo, all you have to do is answer that question below the video, and you have to click the Facebook like button and the retweet button. You do all three things, and I'm going to select two winners. One person's going to get, each one will get a gift. Next week, I'll announce it right here on the weekly blog. So if you're not a member of my newsletter, please put your information in right above here by the video. Put your name and email in. We'll get you on the newsletter. We'll remind you every single week when we send out the weekly blog. And if you're not a member of my live community, please join. After you do that stuff, leave me a comment below, answer the question, click the Facebook like button and the retweet button, and hey, it could be you that wins some of my gifts from Cabo next week. I look forward to hearing from you. I really do hope you guys would be stoked about a new webinar because I'd love to do one for you, and I guess next week we'll find out. So that's it for the weekly blog this week. We'll see you here next week on AnthonyMorrison.com to find out who wins my gifts and if we're doing a new webinar.